Quorum having been confirmed, we proceed with the business of the day. Clerk, first order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
No communication from the chair.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Under this order, there is a paper by Honorable John Gachino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development.
Honorable John Gachino, Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning and Urban Development.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But on behalf of the chair, I would like to report to you that the report has just arrived to here in the assembly from the executive. So I just seek for just 1 week. We table it on Tuesday so that we may get some time to go through it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The leave sought is well explained and deserving, and so I grant it as sought. Chairperson is sure the report is ready within the time requested. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, motions and bills. Under this order, there is a motion by Honorable Samuel Remui Kayani, the Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization.
Honorable Samuel Remui Kayani. Honorable Joyce Munywa, on behalf of the Chairperson, Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization. Proceed.
On behalf of the Chair, Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization on the response of the statement sought by Honorable Patrick Muhendi Kariuki on the status of Mau Mau Caves and other tourist sites as a report of the House and the recommendation therein as a resolution of the House. Mr. Speaker, sir, during the morning plenary sitting held on 11 June 2024, the committee presented a statement response as sought by Honorable Patrick Muhendi, whereby the House, not satisfied with the information therein, was directed to seek further information from the department. Consequently, by the letter dated 18th June 2024, the committee, as part of its mandate, requested for additional and comprehensive information on 1, any development by the committee on the equatorial sites within the county and the revenue collection at the sites thereof, include departmental plans on the same. Number 2, mapping of the Mau Mau caves, the specific names of all the 10 caves and their documentation thereof, including gazettement. Also specify the status of gazettement and attach the relevant gazette notice. Number 3, what plans the county has in commercializing the Mau Mau caves for revenue collection. A, are the caves currently accessible via either footpaths or roads? B, what plans are in place to rehabilitate them? Number 4, how does the county government market the various tourist attraction sites in the county under which platforms? Number 5, the possibility of the county realizing any tangible revenue through tourism as well as education trips. 6, list of all attraction sites in the county and their contributions to the county revenue as at that date. A, consider giving a breakdown of the revenue from hotels and tourism establishment in the county. And B, analyze the various revenue streams by the department from the last 5 years. 7, appreciating that the Aberdare Ridges and under Kenya Wildlife Service and Kenya Forest Service, how does the county intend to collect revenue from brigades? That's entry point. Yet the Kenya Wildlife Service also collects park fees upon entry. A, elaborate if there are any ongoing deliberations between the county government of Nyandarua and the Kenya Wildlife Service on the matter. Number 8, elaborate on the ownership of the Happy Valley homes, considering the zero revenues from the streams. 9, what are the revenues from the Arboretum since the launch, vis-a-vis the expenses and the investment? And number 10, any further information and recommendation on the sites of Mamau Caves, their tourist attraction sites and cultural centers within the county. Accordingly, therefore, the CSCM for Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization responded via letter reference that dated 5th August 2024 and received by the Office of the Clerk on 7th August 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to recognize the immeasurable effort demonstrated by the honorable members of this committee during the committee sittings and wish to register their appreciation to the Secretariat for offering the technical expertise during the compilation of this report. Most importantly, I extend our gratitude to your office and that of the clerk for ensuring that the entire exercise was successful. Your facilitation ensured the committee received optimal technical support necessary, and it cannot go unnoticed. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, sir, it's my pleasure on behalf of the Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization to present this report to the House for consideration and adoption. The committee membership includes Honorable Samuel Limayo Keani as the chairperson, Joyce Monyo as the vice chair, Honorable Elijah Mwangi Nyaga, Honorable Peter Zenji Keriga, Honorable Mika Wanjiro Kidirango, Honorable Hussein Dongo Kasana, Honorable Isaac Kongo Wanjiro, Honorable James Keiro Gashomba, and Honorable Naomi Gatia. I'll go to the committee observations and findings. Mr. Speaker, sir, on Thursday, 15th August 2024, the committee held a meeting to consider the information forwarded by the CCM for Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization and made the following findings. 1. Any developments made by the county on the equatorial sites, revenue collection, realized from the sites and the departmental plans on the same. The department reported that there was no development at the equatorial sites due to budgetary constraint, as no allocation has been awarded to the sites over the years. In addition, owing to the fact that no development has been done, the department has not been able to reap any revenue from the sites. However, the department has marketed the sites by creating the Zero Latitude Half Marathon launched in the financial year 2023-2024 and conducted on 26 November 2023, which is intended to promote the equatorial sites across the county going forward. Once allocation is done, the department intends to erect curio shops, which will be rented to the youth and women at subsidized rates, which in turn will create employment and revenue to the county. The department requires 10 million to develop and market the equatorial sites for economic prosperity. Number 2, mapping of the Mamau Caves, the specific names of all the 10 caves, documentation including gazettement and the status of gazettement, and attach the relevant gazette notice. Nyandarua County is blessed with a series of 10 Mau caves, namely Chania Cave 1, Chania Cave 2, Shoshoa Dewa Cave, whatever, Toritori Cave, Kairi Cave, Sophia Gatirafu, Marimu, Morgan, and Nyagiri Caves. Okay, Nyagiri Caves, okay. Mapping of the Mamau Caves has been done on 5 major caves alongside the Kipipiri Wanjohi stretches in Geta, Wajohi, and Kipipiri walls. That's namely the Sophia, Gatirafu, Marimu, Morgan, and Nyagiri Caves. However, gazettement of the Mamau Caves has not been done. This is due to financial constraints owing to the fact that the department has never received budgetary allocations to facilitate their marketing and gazettement process. The department reported a requirement of Kenya shillings 3 million to facilitate the profiling and market and much awaited gazettement process. Number 3, the plan the county government has in commercializing the Mamau caves for revenue collection, and A, whether the caves are currently accessible via footpaths or roads, and B, their plans in place to rehabilitate them. The Mamau caves as a tourism sites are and can be great sources of revenue for the county and further form one of the best tourism sites. To enhance their feasibility, the county is currently making follow-up in collaboration with the Museums of Kenya, who are mandated to gazette them as key archaeological sites. However, there are no roads and proper trails leading to the caves, apart from the small footpaths which are underdeveloped. Once budgetary allocation is available, the department intends to develop them with zip lines, connect them, and finally market them and install a revenue barrier for revenue generation to commercialize them. Number 4, how the county government markets various tourism attraction sites in the county and under which platforms. The department has been the forefront in marketing various tourism sites in Nyandarua County. To start with, the county has earmarked 5 major sites across the county and branded them with uniquely as the Nyandarua 5. They include the Aberdare, the Orkarau Arboretum, Lake Orbosat, Happy Valley Homes, Equatorial, and the Equatorial sites. It is noted that the department recently introduced the Lake Orbosat Sports Tourism and Conservation Half Marathon. This marathon, which is unique across the world, is the only marathon starting at 0 latitude. The aim was to market 2 of the Nyandarua 5, that's the Equatorial sites and the Lake Orbosat, considering it's the only lake within the Central Highlands. The department, in collaboration and consultation with the County Assembly of Nyandarua, developed the first Lake Orbosat Sports Tourism Conservation Half Marathon Fund, which was aimed at enabling the department raise funds for the marathon and conservation of Lake Orbosat as a major tourism site. The first edition was done on 26 November 2023 and attracted over 1,000 athletes across the county. The second edition is planned for 24th November 2024. In addition, to promote the other 3 out of the Nyandarua 5, that's the Orkarau Arboretum, the Happy Valley Homes, and the Mighty Aberdare, the department has planned for the Magical Nyandarua Tour, which will be held by His Excellency the Governor and other dignitaries. The aim of the tour is to create awareness of the aforementioned sites and further create future ambassadors and referrals, hence creating a pool of hikers and tourists, therefore attracting more visitors in the county. The county has been using both the print and social media in promotion of the various tourism sites. The committee also noted that out of the development and marketing one of our big 5, that's the Arboretum, the county government has created an additional revenue stream, created additional jobs, and created a social amenity for the county residents, and the site is currently doing well. Number 5, the possibility of the county realizing tangible revenue through tourism as well as education trips. Tourism in Nyandarua County has a great potential in helping the county realize tangible revenue. This has been well demonstrated by one of the tourism sites, the Arboretum, which, when funded, has created an extra revenue stream within 10 months, appreciating that the project has now generated 585,450. Further, this project has actively attracted over 10 schools within the county which frequently visit the site for education and recreation activities as part of their new competence-based curriculum. If other tourist sites receive such a budgetary support, it's evident that they can generate the most required revenues. Number 6, a list of tourism attraction sites in the county and their contribution to the county revenue to date, indicating breakdown of revenue from hotels and tourism establishment in the county. There is a table there. Orkaro Arboretum for the 10 months had 585,450. The hotel industry 77,275. That's from the hotel licenses June 23 to June 24, 1 year. The Corbosa 30,000. Only from the boat licensing, 3 boats licensing at 10,000. A total of 1,322,725. Number 7, aware that the Aberdare Regis under the Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS, and Kenya Forestry Service, KFS, how does the county intend to collect revenue from the 2 gates? And that's entry point. Yet the Kenya Wildlife Service also collects park fees from entry. Section 32 of the Kenya Wildlife Service Act of 2016 gives the national government power to control, create, and control national parks through KWS, making all the national parks the properties of the national government. However, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 establishes a framework under which both the national government and the county government should work in the spirit of collaboration and consultation. In the spirit of collaboration, the county government on Nyandarua has been in consultation with the Kenya Wildlife, KWS, in looking for ways in which the county can be benefiting with some of the revenues being generated from the Aberdare Regis. The county government intends to install a revenue barrier on the county side in order to enhance its revenue collection through the Aberdare. There was the issue of elaborate if there are any ongoing deliberations between the county government of Nyandarua and the KWS on the matter. Yes, the county government is in touch with the national government, that's KWS, and pushing a request for delineation of some 20 hectares of land along the 3 entry gates to enable the county government to develop support facilities for the visitors and install a revenue barrier to enhance revenue, eventually create employment. Number 8, elaborate the ownership of Happy Valley Homes, considering the 0 revenues from the stream. The Happy Valley Homes are the old colonial homes located in Nyandarua County, most of which are located at Kipipiri along the slopes of Ambandea. These magnificent houses acted as a residential home for the white settlers, and by then known as the white settlers' homes. Most of these homes are now privately owned, and others are the government institutions, are huge, expensive, and complex. But with time, they have become dilapidated and now known as the old colonial homes. There are 26 Happy Valley homes across the county, majority of which are in private hands and are dilapidated. The county government has provided 26 Happy Valley homes in Kinangop and Kipipiri sub-counties. Out of the 26 profiles, the underlisted are in the government possessions. Now, the profile of the Happy Valley homes owned by the government, there is Edrine's House, which is currently a health center under the county government. There is Gibbs House, currently housing teachers at Kirima Secondary. Kenyangwe House, currently not occupied, owned by the judiciary. There is Buxton House, primary school, Gatondo Primary, and Dr. Sray's House under ACK Church. The 5 houses that are currently in public land have a total of 120 rooms. However, the county has not been able to generate any revenue from them due to the fact the county has not done any capital investment in them. The county has developed a concept investment paper, which Kinyawe, one of the Happy Valley homes, was earmarked for investment as a museum by the national government. Additionally, the committee notes that ownership of the Valley homes is not clearly defined, as there are no existing title deeds, paperwork confirming possession. The county government intends to rehabilitate 3 of the above houses and convert them into museums, public libraries, and whatever, Airbnb, under the county government of Nyandarua. The department highlighted that currently there is no partnership agreement between this venture, but shall be sought once funding is available. The other issue was on the revenue from the Arboretum. We note they had a revenue of 585,450 for 10 months. Unfortunately, the expenditures seems to have been more than the incomes because they had cash flows total 520,000. They had maintenance costs of 250, totaling to 770. So for the 10 months, they had a loss of 184,000. And we all know the investment for that Arboretum was 30 million. The other one was is a table on the swimming, the casuals, the 520, and also a tabulation of the maintenance fee. The committee does applaud the venture in the A&B through the renovation of the Happy Valley homes. However, it's only prudent to highlight that such ventures shall only be explored after thorough feasibility studies have been undertaken, and furtherance, the county government shall be required to uphold reference to the Public-Private Partnership Act for compliance. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want us to go through the 7 recommendations for this. Recommendation 1, that the County Executive Committee member for Finance and Economic Planning and ICT, in consultation with the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization, does commit sufficient funds to rehabilitate and develop the various tourism attraction sites within the county in the financial year 2025-2026. Recommendation 2, that the County Executive Committee member for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, in consultation with the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization, does commit sufficient funds to acquire land along the equatorial sites and the Badea Forest in the financial year 2025-2026. Number 3, that the County Executive Committee member for Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization, in consultation with the County Executive Committee member of Lands, Housing and Development, does ensure that ownership documents for the Happy Valley homes are produced within 180 days. That the department, number 4, that the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization does furnish the County Assembly with the tourism policy and the tourism bill for approval within 60 days. Number 5, that the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization does aggressively market the Arboretum, being the main source of revenue within the department, shall furnish the County Assembly with a marketing strategy within the next 30 days. Number 6, that the Department of Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization does map all the tourism sites, fast-track gazettement of historical tourist sites like the Mau Mau Caves, the Lake of Bozat, and Happy Valley homes by 31st December 2024. And finally, that the department does consolidate adequate information about the history of the available tourism sites, that's the Happy Valley homes and the Mau Mau Caves, as well as produce documentaries and develop historical tourism products as an avenue to marketing Nyandarua County as a tourism hub. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I call Honorable Naomi to second.
Honorable Naomi Muthoni Katia, nominated as specially elected member for Daragwa Central.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to make my remarks before I second. I would like to first thank my committee members for the report. And Mr. Speaker, just the other day we had World Tourism Week. And during that week, the Ministry of Tourism, which is led by Waziri Rebecca Miano, who fortunately is from this county, gave free entry to all national parks. And with that, we had free entry to Aberdare National Park. And she actually came there to open the World Tourism Week, to launch it. And on that day, there were so many youth from Nyandarua County who turned up in numbers to come and witness this great event. And they also came to hike on the Aberdares. They went to Mount Satima. There were so many youths who came in through various gates. And Mr. Speaker, this is to show that Nyandarua County is blessed with great resources in terms of tourism. We are blessed. We have people who really want to experience the Aberdare ranges. We have so many youth, so many people in the county who want to experience these Mau Mau caves. They want to experience all these tourist sites in the county. And yet, we see that, unfortunately, there are no resources that are allocated to make sure that these places are developed. We could be having zip lines in Aberdares. We could be having restaurants. We could be having so many shops and small canteens that are generating revenue. And it is unfortunate that we look at the report and we see that Aberdares National Park has brought 0 shillings for the past year in this county. It is very unfortunate even to see that Lake Olbolosat, which is the largest lake that has the longest river, Ewasonyiro, running across so many counties, bring 30,000 Kenyan shillings for a whole year in this county. It is very unfortunate. I think the department needs to allocate resources and look into this matter to ensure that we take care of our tourist sites so that the county can also benefit in revenue collection. And I think that even the marketing and gazettement of these tourist sites should be done hastily, and the department should collaborate with the county assembly and ensure that we have the tourism bill brought as soon as possible so that we can make a difference in this county. In the long term, we look forward to a county that is generating millions in revenue. We cannot have Aberdare ranges and we are getting these 0 shillings, and yet a county like Narok, which has Masai Mara, is generating millions and millions in a day in revenue collection. So I think that we are blessed with the resources and we need to work harder to make sure that we develop our county. And with that, with those short remarks, Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Very well. The motion is duly moved and seconded. I now propose the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Tourism, Cooperatives Development, Trade and Industrialization on the response of the statement sought by Honorable Patrick Mohindi Kariuki on the status of Mau Mau Caves and other tourist sites as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. Honorable Ibrahim Wangimaina, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, From onset, I would like to support this report by the committee. It's a commendable report. Putting in mind, Honorable Speaker, that we are a very young county that's required to raise revenue in all available revenue streams. Honorable Speaker, we have historical colonial homes, happy family homes, and considering the history that the colonial people used to enjoy this area through these houses, and when they left, this county cannot even earn even a sharing from these houses where these people are enjoying in this area. I think is the right time the Department of Trade Tourism Department come up with a good framework of how they are going to market all these attractions areas, so that we are even able to raise our revenue base. And considering these colonial homes are least exploited, and we are also having a challenge on unemployment on our youths within this county, I think the department should come up with a good framework where they can even partner with our people in Nyandarua, so that they are able now to market these areas. They even lease investors, and even our youths can earn something from employment. I do support this report with those specific recommendations. That it's also good that when we are doing our budget, we also look for priorities on, like now, the recommendation of, there's a recommendation that we should budget on how we can market this place. I think it's better when we are doing the plans, we give them the required budget so that they do the marketing. And we also have time frames that if we give this certain budget, what have you done on that specific time? And for that, I do recommend the report and support Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Ibrahim, you may call the mover to respond.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I do call the mover. Police Board.
Thank you, Honorable members. And as we have indicated, I think the remarks have been duly noted. And also, as we even indicated, maybe only some information to the department that as we even have these revenue streams, let them not be cost centers, like I've indicated the arboretum. The money you're getting, we're even spending more than that. So that is also not acceptable. There needs to be projections that are done by the department to ensure that they are actually revenue streams, not additional cost centers. And I move.
Very well. I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Tourism, Cooperative Development, Trade and Industrialization on the response of the statement sought by Honorable Patrick Mohende Kariuki on the status of Mau Mau Caves and other tourist sites as a report of the House and the recommendations therein as the resolutions of the House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the business of this sitting as appearing on the order paper has been exhausted.
Honorable members, there being no other business to transact under this sitting, I now adjourn the House to Tuesday, the 15th day of October 2024 at 9:30 a.m.